There is a brand new core set coming to Hearthstone in 2022 for the year of the Hydra. Let's get right into it. We're going to start with neutrals because I actually think the core set for neutrals is really exciting for this year. For the neutral category, we are losing Arcane Anomaly, Argent Squire, Cogmaster, Young Priestess, Mini Mage, River Crocodilus, Oxologist, Brightwing, Earthen Ring Farseer, Flesh Eating Ghoul, Ice Rager, Injured Blade Master, King Mukla, Spider Tank, Stone Skin Basilisk, Baron Rivendare, Gurabashi Berserker, Eye Inquisitor Whitemane, Baron Stablehand, and Clockwork Giant. But we are getting Zola the Gorgon, Sir Finley Murgleton, Bran Bronzebeard, Elise Starseeker, and Reno Jackson makes his return to Standard. Murloc Warleader, Mistress of Mixtures, Acolyte of Pain, my favorite card of all time, Doomsayer, Beaming Sidekick, Gorillabot A3, Har Creeper, Life Drinker, Wild Pyromancer, Sea Giant, Bladed Beetle, Azure Drake, Twilight Drake, Escaped Mana Saber, Primordial Drake, Mossy Horror, Fairy Dragon, Alpura Scoundrel, Cobalt Scalebane, and Injured Tol'Vir. It is also important to note that Gorillabot is going to 3 mana rather than 4, and Azure Drake has 5 health instead of 4. Now obviously neutral looks extremely exciting. We're getting back the original League of Explorers, and Reno Jackson was the most impactful card from that set. Obviously Sir Finley Murgleton was also really good, but we're getting a lot of awesome cards back. Acolyte of Pain, Doomsayer. I am really looking forward to the year of Hearthstone where this is the neutral core set. So if this has got you excited, make sure you subscribe. For Demon Hunter, we are seeing Ashtongue, Battlelord, and Warglaze of Azzinoth being rotated, with Metamorphosis, Wrathskill Naga, and Flame Reaper being rotated in. Feast of Souls is going from a 2 mana card to a 1 mana card, and Wrathskill Naga has 2 health instead of 1. Overall, Demon Hunter looks like it's going to be a pretty good class. It's keeping a bunch of its very strong cards already in the core set, and it's looking like it's going to go towards more of a token build with them bringing back Wrathskill Naga. Druid is losing Enchanted Raven, Landscaping, Menagerie Warden, Nordercell Druid, and Ancient of War, but they are getting Fandral Staghelm, Earthen Scales, Wrath, Living Roots, Mounted Raptor, and Ancient of Lore. But arguably the best thing that's happening to Druid for the core set is that Nourish is going from 6 mana back to 5 mana. This is going to be their main form of ramping, and it's probably just going to replace Overgrowth as the main form of getting you to the late game. Overall, Druid has a lot of good tools, and I am quite scared for how good Druid is actually going to be because some of these cards are really powerful. For Hunter, they are losing Web Spinner, Lock and Load, Scavenging Hyena, Headhunter's Hatchet, and Bear Shark, but they are receiving Houndmaster Shaw, Animal Companion, Springpaw, Cloaked Huntress, Mark Shot, and Candle Shot. The cards that are leaving for Hunter were not played almost whatsoever, but the cards that they're actually receiving, like Houndmaster Shaw, Animal Companion, especially Springpaw and Cloaked Huntress, are probably going to be used quite a bit based on the cards that we got last year. So Hunter is also looking a lot better for this year. Mage is losing Water Elemental, Mirror Entity, Fallen Hero, and Koldara Drake in exchange for Kaligos, Pyroblast, Blizzard, Pyromaniac, and Explosive Runes. It's also important to note that Kaligos is going from 10 mana to 9 mana. Overall, it looks like Mage is going towards much more of a late game strategy. Bringing cards like Kaligos and Pyroblast back means that there's going to be a stronger late game for Mage rather than going for a small Spell Mage package. We'll have to see how well that does against like Mech Mage and all the new archetypes that will come out for Mage, but overall, Kaligos at 9 mana,
I'm pretty happy about it.
Paladin is losing Holy Light, Pursuit of Justice, and Guardian of Kings, and they are receiving Flash of Light, Amber Watcher, Bronze Explorer, and Ragnaros the Light Lord. It is also important to note that Equality is going back to 2 mana, and Bronze Explorer has 3 attack rather than 2. They added a lot more dragons into Paladin, so that might mean that there's going to be more of a Dragon Paladin coming this year, but Paladin got a lot of strong control tools. They have a lot more healing, and quality back to 2 mana is really powerful. Priest is losing Crimson Clergy, Shadow Form, Lightspawn, Temple Enforcer, and Natalie Celine. And they are receiving Lyra the Sunshard, Northshire Cleric, Radiant Elemental, Light Bomb, Draconoid Operative, and Murazon the Infinite. Now, if you did not play during Lyra and Radiant Elemental, that was probably when Priest was the most wacky and enjoyable for a lot of players, so that is a really good addition to the core sets. They're also just receiving a lot of good cards. Northshire Claire coming back for Priest is the best card draw that we've ever seen, and they're also getting Murazon the Infinite back, which was an extremely powerful swing card. So Priest is looking really good for this year. Rogue doesn't have a lot of changes. They are losing Bladed Cultist and Patient Assassin, and they are getting Tess Greymane, Buccaneer, and Henge Clan Burglar. We saw a huge push for Thief Rogue in Alterac Valley, so adding Tess back to the game is really awesome. She's a super fun card, and of course, one of the fan favorites for Rogue, so I expect a lot of players to really like this. Buccaneer is more for weapons, which is kind of spooky. We'll have to keep an eye on Buccaneer because it's going to promote more of a weapon rogue, which I'm not a huge fan of, but we'll have to wait and see. And Henge Clan Burglar was a pretty good card. It fits right into Thief Rogue, so I think overall Rogue will be still pretty good. They kept Shadow Step in, so it can't be that bad. Shaman is losing Wind Fury, Unbound Elemental, Draenei Totem Carver, and Earth Elemental for Cragwa the Frog, Farsight, Flame Tongue Totem, Maelstrom Portal, and Bloodlust. Shaman is getting a lot of interesting cards in their core set. Kragwa is a really unique one to come back into Shaman, but it might actually be pretty good knowing the power level of Shaman spells now. Flame Tongue Totem was obviously one of the best cards for Shaman, and now that it's back to 2 mana, probably expect it quite a bit in some kind of mid-range deck, especially because they brought back Bloodlust and Maelstrom Portal. There's going to be some kind of mid-range Shaman coming back. Warlock is losing Dread Infernal, Possessed Villager, Enslaved Fell Lord, and Ritual of Doom, and they are getting Voidwalker, Imp-Gang Boss, Abyssal Enforcer, High Priestess, and Darkshire Librarian. High Priestess is also getting a slight buff from her health going from 4 to 5. Overall, Warlock seems to be in a pretty weird direction. I'm not really sure what they're going for because they're pushing Murlocs and Voyage into the Sunken City, and half of these cards are for some kind of discard deck, while the other ones they are for some kind of tempo deck. It's nice to have Voidwalker and Flame it back into standard, but I'm a little lost for Warlock. We're gonna have to wait and see where they go. Warrior is losing Warsong Commander, Warcash, and Warsong Outrider, and they are gaining Darius Crowley, Shield Block, thank God, Bloodhoof Brave, and Bash. It's also important to note that Execute is going to be 1 mana rather than 2, and Darius Crowley now has 5 health instead of 4 health. Okay, let's be really clear. Warrior got a lot of good cards back. Execute going to 1 mana is ginormous. Shield Block coming back just makes Control Warrior so much better. Bash was a really good card. Bloodhoof Brave was a pretty good taunt minion. I'm pretty excited for Warrior's future here. Overall, the core set looks phenomenal, and I am actually a lot more excited for Hearthstone this year than I was the previous year. And just like last year, the core set will be entirely free. You don't have to pay a single dollar to get any of these cards, which means there's going to be a lot of Reno Jackson decks. Also, let me know what cards you wish were in the core set. I kind of wanted Shirvallah. Let me know what you think about the core set down below. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.